right, everybody, and we welcome you guys to Dartmouth Memorial Stadium on this beautiful April afternoon here, and it is the Nantucket Whalers coming in from the ferry all the way from the small island of Nantucket to come face off against the Dartmouth Indians. Ben Smith on the call for you all today. Man, it is the final stretch of our spring season, and as of right now, the Indians lacrosse team is 43rd ranked in Division Two right now. Only win this season came by Greater New Bedford Voc Tech, and that was a 17-4 win. The Dartmouth Indians last game they played was on April 17th, so that was 12 days ago, and today they're out with three players, including two of their captains, Jackson Hart, Will Gibson, and Lucas D'Souza, who is out today. So making his first appearance at goalie is the freshman Will Spivey, who will take his first ever start today of his high school career. Along with Nantucket, they're coming along from the ferry, so it was a little bit of a ferry ride. And they were just saying they went to the high school because they thought they were gonna go. They went to the wrong place. Actually went to the wrong place, so that was just a little bit of a mistake. But they have arrived 30 minutes before game time. As we begin the game right now, the Indian on the face-off right now, it's Chance Simmons on the face-off. The Nantucket Whalers won the state championship for Division 4 last year, and hopefully looking to run it back. But they were more of a senior-led team last year, and now most of this team now is more juniors and sophomores. So the first whistle blows, and we are underway from the stadium as it is scooped up by Cirillo. Cirillo down the field gives it over to Hanlon, the leading goal scorer this season for the Whalers, as that one goes out of bounds, and the Whalers will take over from their offensive zone. Stringer moves along over to Moskrop. Moving around again. Ben Yates. Back to Stringer. Stringer. Offline pass there from Moskrop. And that one will sail out of bounds. The Indians will have possession. So let's review the starting lineups. First for the visiting Nantucket Whalers, number 2, Canton Jenkinson. Number 4, Aaron Hanlon. Number 13, Jeremy Jenkinson, who is in goal right now, number 13. He's one of the captains, and he's been on the team for the past 3 seasons in goal for this team. He was in goal for them last year in their state championship run, winning it over Sandwich. I know my friend Chad Amaral, who works at Sandwich, is not going to credit the work, and right away, a goal scored by Nolan Moskrop. 1-0. Nantucket will strike on the board first. Great fast break. Looks for an open Moskrop. And the first goal allowed from Will Spivey. It's 1-0. The Nantucket Whalers will take the lead. So we'll continue the lineup from there. And on the faceoff, as you just saw, is number 17, David Cirillo. Continuing on, number 22, Soren Edwards. And the person who just scored, Nolan Moskrop, number 24. Number 32, Ben Yates. Number 33, Jake Grant. Number 45, Nick Yates. And coach is Sam Aloisi. His 12th year at the helm at Nantucket High School. The Indians are completely having their full lineup today. Shot offline, and that will go sail out of bounds as Nantucket takes over. So Jackson Hart is out for the Indians today. A big loss for the Indians. I mean, the Indians have played some tough teams down the stretch, and this is one of their toughest opponents so far this season, I would say, the least. And one thing the Indians need to do is focus on controlling their emotions too, and I've seen it during the Fairhaven game where it kind of got a little bit out of control, but keep the composure as much as you can. You want to stay positive if you're Dartmouth more down the stretch of this season. So a timeout taken by Mark Rossi, his third year at the helm at Dartmouth High, along with Mike Medeiros. So his big concern when I talked to him earlier today is that he has short amount of players. So everybody's going to take up more of a role today, step-up role. And it's much different than expected. Because, the only person that would be leading this team right now, the only player, would be Ray Gramlich. You have Will Gibson, who's out, and Jackson Hart is out too. So, when you have both of those players out, Ray Gramlich's got to be playing that step-up role more. And Ray Gramlich has done a phenomenal job too, as a player, for being a three-season athlete, and along being a three-season athlete, he was captain in all 3 seasons. He's a very good leader. He's a very good captain. And that's the person who you want on a team, leading your team to success. So, he's very passionate too. So he's very unselfish as well. I think Ray Gramlich is one of the most unselfish players I've met, without a doubt. So, all right, and right away Nantucket will go on a fast break here, trying to take it up the crease, but he is met up by Niall Fogarty, and they'll move it around. Aaron Hanlon moving around. The shot offline, and that will go out of bounds, but it will stay in Nantucket's favor, and we're not going to get a turnover here. Moskrop moves around. Offline pass, and that's going to sail out of bounds, and turnover for the Indians. Oliver Walker. Back over to Derek Stevens. Derek Stevens moving around. On the fast break. Moves out of the attack. And hands it over to Lennox Masuko. Masuko will set up. Will shop it over to Bryce Desiree. Ooh, offline pass. Looking for Lennox Masuko, and a turnover for Nantucket, and scooped up by Miles Boudette. Oh! And that's going to be a penalty. Yeah. Yeah, we're going to look at an instant replay of that. Can't really hook him. Yeah, I was slashing him. Yeah. We're going to call holding and slash on Ray. And he'll sit in the penalty area.
Keep your one man down 1 minute. Ball's here, top left.
Moving around. The shot. Offline, and it will stay in. Behind the net, the pass. Extra attacker for the Indians. And it will sail out of bounds. The Indians will have possession. DaCosta will give it to Spivey. Spivey will give it to Waka. Oh, Fogarty is denied there. Halfway through the first quarter of play at the stadium. Boudette. Boudette on the attack. Stutter steps, makes a juke move. Loses it for a sec, but regains it. That is Jake Johnson. Johnson passes it back over to Hanlon. Tyler Miller. Miller. Hit from Carrero. Back to Moskrop. And they're going to still keep going. Sutter steps and offline shot there as it will sail out of bounds, but it's scooped up right in front. Stutter steps. Oh, denied right at the crease. Down the field. Now Fogarty on the attack. Now goes. And it will be a turnover. They'll move around. Bouncing shot, no good. Right at the in the crease. Save there from Will Spivey. Fogarty loses his stick as they are fighting for it. It's a live ball, but it's scooped up by the Indians. It's taken down the field, deflected away. Desiree right in front. The ball is still loose. It's scooped up. Oh, no, it isn't. And it's a turnover again for the Indians. And taking down the field here is Jake Johnson. Will set up shop. Gives it over to Miller. Miller back over to Moskrop. Jake Grant right there. And North Stringer. Stringer's shot offline and goes out of bounds. And it will be the Indians. They will have possession and set up shop. Caden Acosta will hand it over. The shot. Spivey with the save. And they're currently fighting for it. And it's a of course, it's Dartmouth possession. The referee just ruled it. And here's Acosta down the field. Acosta on the fast break. Here he goes. He's taking it down the field. Gives it to Donateo. Donateo over to Masuko. Lennox Masuko will reset. Will go to Howarth. Howarth moving around. Gives it over to Gramlich. Jacob Grieve. Offline pass. And it will be a turnover here as Nick Yates. Actually, it will be Aaron Hanlon that will have possession for the Whalers. Hanlon right at the crease. And Spivey with the save. Moves around. Oh. Roy Gramlich taking it down the field. The defender. The shot. No good. Gramlich takes it out. It's a 1-on-4. The shot. And a save there. What a save by Jenkinson. Now it's Carter Jenkinson, the brother. Taking it up. The shot, and it's in. The goal there by number 28, Andrick Mooney. 2-0 Nantucket. Just through the legs. And with just 41 seconds, Nantucket takes a 2-0 lead over the Indians. And the face-off is won by Nantucket once again. That is Cirillo taking it down the field. David Cirillo back out. The shot. And no good, and it's deflected. The shot there for Jake Grant becomes is no good. Right in the crease. Tried to go for the shot, but it's deflected off the stick of, wow. Ooh. It was Aiden Carrero with the deflection. Offline, off of the stick of Spivey. 3 seconds, 2, 1, and that will be it at the end of the first quarter. The Indians are trailing 2-0 over the Nantucket Whalers. And we'll be right back after this. Do not go anywhere. Quarter 2 is back underway here from the Dartmouth Memorial Stadium. Ben Smith on the call. Solo with you all. And it is 2-0 after 1 quarter of play. And the goals came from Nolan Moskrop and Andrick Mooney. Andrick in the final seconds of the first quarter. And we're going to get the face-off here. And we are underway. And Nantucket goes on the attack, and they're going to turn it over after an offline shot didn't go close to the net there. Spivey. Over, now it is Stevens. Steven. Ooh! Broken ankles! And Stevens loses his stick. Thing is that they're a really fast team. Like, I'm watching them right now, and they're just like zooming down the field like a Ferrari. Turning on the jets on it. All right, we are going to get a dead whistle being blown. They'll move around. and in the net of Will Spivey. Out to Gramlich. Gramlich over to Spivey. You know, it was crazy last year. I remember when Aiden Cruz did lacrosse for that 1 year, and now he's back to baseball. But when he did lacrosse last year, he was out of the goal, and he tried to go for a shot. It was gotta be. It was so hilarious at the time. The Indians had the lead, of course, but kickball and a flying mouthpiece from Aiden Carrell appear to be ticked off. They'll move around. Oh, that's going to be a flag. And they kick it out. That's another penalty for Gramlich. You can't shove him from the backside, so yeah, you can't do that. Come on, Ray. The shot offline and will stay Nantucket ball. Just a reminder, tomorrow we do have a game. What a save. As it's right in the elbows of Spivey. And Walker will take down the field. Tomorrow we have softball, and it will be against BR tomorrow. First pitch for that one will be at 4 o'clock, so we'll be live streaming it here. I'll be on the call for my first softball game in 2 years. I didn't do softball last year. That was really interesting. Niall Fogarty gets the flag there. And also around town this week, if you guys are aware, we have High School Musical on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. So there's 4 shows, and that guy, number 21, I don't know if we can get a close-up of him. Number 21, Ray Gramlich, playing the main role of Troy. And Nantucket will get another goal, 3-0 now. He's going to play Troy in the High School Musical. So, replay there. And a goal from Will Spivey, right at eye level. So, Nantucket is number 5 in their division right now. They're number 5 in D4. Dartmouth is 43rd. Spivey save. A great save there from Spivey. Right down at the knees. Oh! They're not going to call a penalty, and it will be a turnover. DaCosta just got leveled from the blind side. The shot offline too and out of bounds. So, with this all happening, like, break just passed, and one of the things I did over break is went to the Red Sox game, and it was against the Chicago White Sox. It was the one game that they lost against the White Sox at home. And I'll tell you one story that happened during the game. It was this fan who from the White Sox hit a home run, and a fan caught it. He was right in the front row after he caught the home run, and he went to go. So I guess after the game, not after the game, but when he caught the ball, he threw it back in the infield, and the guy people at Fenway Park just they kicked him out, and I'm like, I can't believe it. Like, every ballpark you can do that besides Fenway. It's like, I mean, it was just so weird. It was a weird circumstance that happened during that game, um, despite the loss. But I think it was Willier Abreu who had that one homer in the first inning, and then after that, it just went downhill for the Red Sox. All right, and we got a turnover here. We had a great, plus it was a great relaxing vacation. You know, I could, I could finally watch the draft without like any distractions of me going to school the next day. Um, I'll tell you, one of the biggest headlines was Shadur Sanders falling. I couldn't believe that. I think people didn't like the way his father was as a player. Like, Coach Rossi will call timeout with 5:20 left remaining. But back to my story. I guess like people didn't like the way Shadur's father, Deion Sanders, played. The way his game style was. Do I think like? Here's the thing though. I feel like I would say this though, that one of the main reasons why I think his father kind of like brought him into that type of sport. Um, but if he didn't avoid all the press conferences, didn't have poor interviewing during like his meetings and whatnot, I mean, he would probably be a first round pick. But you know, he fell to the fourth round. I thought he was going to make it into like the first 10 picks. Nope, he fell out of the first round. He was out of the first round, out of day 2, and he made it to day 3, and he was like like the late round of the late fourth round pick. And not only that, you had several other quarterbacks that were taken before him. You had Cam Ward, you had Jackson Dart, you had Dylan Gabriel, Jalen Milrow, a bunch of those other quarterbacks. I think there was another one that was taken before him. But the Patriots, I'm happy with their draft. They had. I'm happy with their draft. I like their running back too. I like how they got more offensive linemen. They had a good center. I like the center more. And that's what I was talking to Mike Martin, Mike Martin, the assistant principal at the high school. Um, One of the things he pointed out was his PFF grade, and the way he's got fat. He's very fast and he's very physical as an offensive lineman. He had a high PFF grade. I think his PFF grade was a 98.2. So like the Indians, not the Indians, but the Patriots are such in good hands with what they have in the next couple of years. A great save there from Spivey. The Celtics, however, can close it out tonight. I'm hoping. I'm hoping they could. Um, the Bruins are just the Bruins still. You know, their general manager and their president are still in there. Not going to go further into it or make any rants about it, but I have I have both. I have an opinion on it. So, and we're going to keep that for another day. And we got a turnover here. But but the Red Sox too this year graded it. I think they have a little bit of better rotation now. I think they just need to get more youth in their pitchers. I think they need more relievers too. Other than that, they're doing all right this year. Simmons moves away. Simmons starter steps. Moves away, trying to go again, passes it over to Acosta, but it's offline there and takes it over in their defensive zone. And they're down the field here. They're really fast. And a save right in the net. A phenomenal save. Alexander Jordan takes it down the field here. Desiree, his shot. And it hits the post. Oh. He got away with that one. Oh, they retaliate. It was getting a little bit physical just for a second there. Oh, and turnover here. Ray just shields the defender there. That's in soccer, one of the things that ticks off Boudria is shielding. And he's told me that, and he's told him that. He's told me that before, but it's one of the things that ticks him off to this day, and he is in between, and a timeout has been taken by Rossi. A minute 36 in the first half. Now along in town we have in town tomorrow town this weekend we have the Teresa Street 5K. If you want to sign up for that, go to teresastreet.org. one of the things I would say is that this Indians team, or just this team specifically, is that they're just still growing along the stretch. So, I mean, I'm hoping for the best for them, regardless of what's going on in the situation. Being at a 1-5 record, it's just the tougher opponent aspect is like they're gonna have to learn on more. A minute 36 with a 3-0 game as the Whalers are in front over the Indians. Howarth, his shot out of reach. Desiree gives it to Grieve. Grieve, Masuko. Masuko will set. Masuko, his drive. He loose stick there. Masuko, his shot in the crease and no good there. The shot and a save. What a beautiful save from Spivey. Acosta down the field, turning on the Jets. Out of Desiree. Desiree, the shot in the glove and a save. What a beautiful save. They take it down the field now. Trips up there. That is Tyler Miller. The shot, the save. And the end of the quarter winds down. That's the end of the first half. We'll be back in 5 minutes after these messages. After everybody, 3-0. The Whalers are in front. We'll be back. Okay, everybody, and we welcome you all back here to this action of boys lacrosse from Dartmouth Memorial Stadium. 3-0. Nantucket is in the lead. Ben Smith on the call for you all today. Um, Folks, if you missed anything, Nantucket went on a 2-0 lead to start the game, and then they just only scored one goal in the opening minutes of the second quarter. Cirillo offline, and it will go out of bounds. 2 goals on the day from Nolan Moskrop. Moving around. Moving around in the crease. Inside the crease. They go. They move it around. The shot offline. It'll go out of bounds here. It's going to stay in. So when I was just outside, I just want to add on is that going on right now is something called Senior Assassin. It's like taking over the world right now. It's insane. And like another thing is, not only that, it's just shot right in front. And the thing about it is just it's going on everywhere in the world. So like, and it has made news stories recently, and one of them happened in it's around the country. So like, in order to play the game, you have to have a water gun, you and some glass, and some goggles. So everywhere you're seeing that here in the stadium, and it's just, I think I think it's just for the fun and longevity of it, but I and then not only that on social media, it's just there's one big debate going on, and I was just talking about it on just before the game was the 100 men versus one gorilla, and that was one thing, and I couldn't believe that debate when I heard about it. Oh, look at the Jets down the field. The shot, it hits the post, and they kick it out. But Gramlich loses it again. Spins away. The shot offline. Had to do a split there, Spivey. Moving around. the attack here from Stringer. The shot, it's in. Noah Stringer, 4-0 now. Yeah, just through the right legs. Couldn't get it on time. Spivey, unfortunately. It's going to be Gramlich along with David Cirillo on the face-off. Oh, Cirilla is sandwiched in between. But, oh. Moving around. They buy time. Spinning. Oh, a lot of sticks were just being whipped. The shot. Oh, it's still bobbled and it's still live, but it's scooped up by Spivey. They got to take it away. This is trouble. And they score. And the goal there from Aaron Hanlon, his 22nd goal of the year. All right, let's go to this first shot. It was a save. I mean, I wouldn't ponder going backwards. That's just a risky play. Then you have Gramlich trying to get up to it, and then you have, I mean, it's the first game jitters, and you try to get that out of the way, but, I think Spivey's doing great today, regardless of this score. Right in front, the shot, it's in! Bryce Desiree puts the Indians on the scoreboard on a fast break. What a goal. 5-1 now. They'll just buy time here. Moving around. Sidearm shot. What a save. A beauty of a save there from Will Spivey. Oh! Unfortunate swing. And the Whalers will have possession now. Let's look at an instant replay here. Oh, yeah. Unfortunate. Just one of those things when you have loose netting in that lacrosse stick. That's what can kill you, is the loose netting, too, at the same time. The shot, and it's no good, and it will be saved. Spivey takes it, and he throws it at Fogarty. Fogarty over to Desiree. Desiree! What a shot and a goal! Bryce Desiree, his second goal of the game. And the Indians down by 3 now. But what a shot from Bryce Desiree. Just sidearms from his right side and slides it through. Five to 2 Whalers. To really say the Indians could be in this game is if they put another goal on the board. So what I would do is play aggressive defense from this point on. A great steal there from Derek Stevens. They're demanding him to shoot it. They give it over to Lennox Masuko. Masuko over to Acosta. Acosta, ooh. And look at this. Canton Jenkinson going down the field with some Ferrari moves. Turning on the Jets. And the Indians are putting more pressure on them. You could clearly see it. Bounced away. Out of bounds, and it will stay in. As it was right in the crease. The shot, and it's in. Oh, we got a penalty. I think this is going to stand as call. The goal does stand, so this will be on Dartmouth. It's going to be on Fogarty. I think they're going to get him for the... I think they're going to get him for... Yeah, you can't do that. Yeah, they're going to get him for hitting the back of the head. So it's 6-2 Nantucket. .254 left remaining in the third. And the face-off is won by Dartmouth. It's Ray Granlick. He loses it, and it's scooped up. Taking it in the crease. They move out of the crease now. It's deflected away midair. Shoveled up. A trickery, razzle-dazzle, and a save from Spivey. As they take it down the field here. Oh, they lose it, and a turnover right in front, and it's a goal. A beautiful goal there from number 9, Miles Bodette. 7-2. Just faked out Spivey. 2:10 left remaining in the third. You got to give credits to it. Spivey has had a great day so far. You know, despite the score that's on the scoreboard, he's made impressive saves. like on the ground, above above the head, eye level. He's made some good saves so far. It's more of his reflexes that's at work right now. So, oh, Cirillo and DaCosta both on the ground there after a big hit. Girls lacrosse just coming out of practice now, so like they're filling in. They had a big win yesterday over Plymouth North. A really good team. They split with them last year. They have a 1-0 lead against them so far. Split last year. Hopefully we can sweep them this year. They're a really good team. They're led by a good players, special team, special players. And we got a turnover here. Yeah, girls lacrosse 2 is 5-3 now, I think. Yeah, 5-3 after that win. And it's good to have Kat back on that team. They're getting more physical and scooped up from Derek Stevens. Stevens still in double teamed as it is Lennox Masuko taken away. Oh, on fast break. A little too fast there from Zach Donateo. Fast break now. Offline, and it's out of bounds. One second. Oh, and the ball is loose as Fogarty and Boudet in between. I guess they're questioning the call at the end. All right, so 7-2 the score after 3 quarters of play. The Whalers are in front. We'll be back after this. right, welcome back, everybody. 7-2 in the final 12 minutes to play. The Indians are trailing 7-2 to the Nantucket Clippers, right? Nantucket Whalers. Ben Smith on the call for you all today. It is a sunny, windy Tuesday afternoon from the stadium. And I'll tell you, this weather has just warmed up since 2 weeks ago. I remember just freezing doing the baseball game. I was just freezing doing the baseball game against Durfee a couple weeks ago, and I just remember like it being bitter cold. I'm literally like, I literally have a jacket on. I have a jacket. I have gloves and whatnot. And I'll tell you, the weather has warmed up. Especially yesterday was one of the nicest days. Tomorrow's supposed to be more nice, I would say. It's supposed to be a nice day tomorrow too. The weather it has been really developing lately too. That's what I like. I like it when this weather's like this because it's time for like the stuff to warm up. Like the grill comes out, all the summer stuff comes out, and then I like this time of year, and I like fall too. I'm a bit 50. I'm anytime after Christmas. I hate putting down Christmas decorations. I think from the stretch from fall, like October, when the leaves fall down. My favorite times are like this time of year to like Christmas, New Year's ish. After that, just like boring. There's not a lot of holidays around that time of year. I say by the time Memorial Day starts, it's the really best time of year until like New Year's. I like fall because I'm more of a fall season guy. That's like one of my favorite seasons. I like Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving's one of my favorite holidays. I love watching every Thanksgiving. I just love to get in a food coma and just watch football. Especially if it's Dartmouth Fairhaven, the Lions on Thanksgiving. Lions and Cowboys on Thanksgiving. Football, football, football all day long. I don't even think I get up from the couch on Thanksgiving at all. I'm just glued. Shot deflected. And this one will roll out of bounds. 9.5 minutes left remaining. Ooh. Masuku slips up. And that one will sail out of bounds. Oh. Ooh. I thought it was Dartmouth ball for a second. Woodfield. Kaiden Woodfield. And then he'll come off. He's being replaced by... He's not on my roster, number 5. No, actually, it's number 6. That is Noah Stringer. And Ray's putting more pressure. And he jarts the ball loose. Loses the stick. He regains it, however, out of midair, but he kicks it in a direction. Who will have it? Razzle dazzle. And it's scooped up from the Whalers. Keenan Jenkinson. They'll take it right in front, and they score! Spivey couldn't catch up to that one there. And it's 8-2. What a great score there from Aaron Hanlon, his second on the day. Eight to 2 now. And, and this is just about over. And the faceoff is won by Nantucket. The thing the coach was saying, they're used to all these ferry rides, and it really hasn't impacted them. And that's impressive for this young team of Nantucket. Is that they control, long distance. They're used to all the long distance rides, so they don't have to get distracted. I could see going to a game like taking a ferry up to like maybe taking the ferry up to Boston, and then you take a long drive from you take the ferry from Buzzards Bay, from Nantucket to Buzzards Bay, then you have to drive all the way up to Boston. I understand that. But like this for them, it doesn't impact it. I mean, they kind of did. They had to drive about almost an hour. I know the Buzzards Bay isn't that far from there. It's like probably like 50 minutes if you have to ask me, and it's a timeout being called from the Indians. Yeah, Buzzards Bay is just 30 minutes from here, so that's not that long. I'm a native Massachusetts person. I've been to I've been to the Cape a couple of times, but I've never been to Nantucket. I would love to visit there one day. Even Martha's Vineyard. That's an island I would like to go visit because I know they have like all these cool mansions and all like the culture over there. I would like to learn a little bit about that. I'd like to see the village mostly of Nantucket and Martha's Vineyard. So So we have 7 minutes and 2 seconds left remaining in this contest, and it is a nice afternoon. Bryce Desiree a shot again, the rebound no good. Tries to go for the rebound again in the middle, and there's bodies falling on the floor. Oh, there was just bodies just hitting the floor. The Indians want a flag. They didn't get it there. Yeah, I mean there was a lot of contact too, but. Oh, yeah. They're going to get a penalty here. I don't see a lot of contact. But let's look at the instant replay here. Oh yeah. Oh, that had to hurt. I think you have to hit him above above the waist. It's like boxing. Arms above the waist. I haven't really watched boxing in a while. I think the last time I watched boxing was that Mike Tyson Jake Paul fight. That was the last time. Who wants to? I want to know who wants to bet that that was a stage fight. Who thinks that was a stage fight? I think it was because I feel like if Mike Tyson was if Mike Tyson still had energy to this day and didn't have that issue with him postponing the fight in the beginning, there wouldn't be an issue between them. It wouldn't be an issue between them. I think Mike Tyson would have handled business. But otherwise, I feel like it would have been a whole different fight if Mike Tyson was probably like 30 years younger than he was before. They're going to get another penalty here along the sideline. And they tack on another goal. It is the defenseman, Canton Jenkinson. Another goal for him. Another goal on the board. And they just continue to add on their lead. I know this game's over too, but like, this is, it's, there's things I could say though there's things I could say about this team. They're still a young team. They have such a young goalie, a freshman goalie on the team, and I think he's played a great game, despite the score. And I love the fact, oh, you got to get the ball. I mean, don't worry about the play being dead. It's going to be Dartmouth ball now. He got he got the stick in between. I don't know how that not got called in the first place. And then Howarth, correction, Masuko, now to Simmons. Simmons moving around. Out to Howarth. Grief. This time of year is one of the interesting times where the seniors get to choose their schools. So I know there's only a couple, I wouldn't say couple, but there's some players, some athletes. And I talked to one of the board of directors. His name was Richard. He's from the MIAA. And to say now, I'm a certified basketball referee, so I can I'm certified to ref youth games. So the younger one youth games, like youth leagues, like DYAA and Burgo. Shot again, and it's offline too. And one of the things he said, nine. You look at all these athletes in the state. There are around 18,000 athletes. Not 18,000. I don't know why I came up with that number. I think it's. He said some number. It's probably around like 10, 11,000 kids. And you think of that. There are that many athletes, and only 9% play collegiate sports. That goes with track, football. 9%. That's in MIAA, and that's in the stat. And that's really interesting, though. 9% go and play college. And I know, like Jackson Hart, he's going to be playing safety at D1 UNH next year. I hope to see him have some success. I know he's going for sports management. So it's a hold, and it will be a turnover here. In the next couple of years, I'm hoping like I could see myself working for maybe a D1 college, but I hope to do that. Mainly want to do college sports. So after I graduate, I mainly want to just do college and interscholastic. One of the things I've recently talked about was NIL, and it's established in the high school level. And a goal there late in the game from Jack Howarth. And the Indians tack on a goal with 1:44 left remaining. A great sidearm from the left side. Nine to 3 now. I mainly want to do that, and I know like next year, Dean College too. Dean College will be like a program that will help me throughout, and I'm planning to like call games next year, but here and there, but not like not like 20 games a year. Probably I might do maybe 6, 7 games. 6, 7. And they're going to call for substitution change here. Clock is running out. Down the field they go. Offline shot, and it will stay in. 58 seconds left remaining. And we just want to give you guys a reminder to tune in tomorrow for softball between Dartmouth and Bridgewater Raynham. The Trojans coming into town in a Southeast Conference matchup. We have that game, and then we have another BR game for baseball on Monday. The first pitch for that one will be at 4 o'clock. I cannot make that day, but I'll be back I'm going to be out for a couple weeks, 2 weeks maybe, 2-3 weeks. And I'm back on for softball again later on May 19th for Bishop Stang and Dartmouth. For softball, and I'm doing one more boys lacrosse game against New Bedford at the end of the year. The shot, it's in. A late one, and it's 10-3 now. Stevens is down on the ground. Ref's gonna call my time. Officials timeout. But that's the schedule. I'll be back in a couple weeks. But regardless, I have SportsCenter coming out this week. We have a couple more SportsCenter shows, and then then I'm done. Senioritis is not hitting me right now, but I want to graduate at the same time. At this time, it's just get the job done here. I have Special Olympics. I'm doing emceeing on May 16th. I'm doing a lot lately. It's just, and I think once I have this 2-week break, I'm probably gonna do some photos here and there. So just keep myself busy a little bit. So in the final seconds will actually tick off. It is Jacob Anuzik back to Grieve, and he's going to get a flag. I mean, it won't matter this late in the game, but it will be 1 second left remaining. And that will do it. The Indians fall to 1-6 on the year. As they lose by 7. I mean, I just wind the clock here. This wouldn't really matter. You're just going to run in and then... Yeah, that's all you're going to do there. So the game's over. The Indians fall 7 by 7. The final score 10-3 from the stadium. Final thoughts on the game. Nantucket's just the defending D4 state champions, just still remaining on top on just had a great game today. Played more physical than Dartmouth. They had a lot of speed. They're a really good team, and I hope to see them do well along the way and get another championship on their boat. The Whalers take the victory, and they move to 6-1 on the year. The Indians fall to 1-6. The Indians, I think they have another game this week. I think they have one within the next couple of days. But with that being said, the final score is 10-3 from our entire crew here. Our director, Mike Manise, John Sylvia, Peter Chase, Todd, in the truck, on camera correction, Todd Magliacci, Dan Ferguson, Jess Gove. In the truck, I'm Ben Smith, riding solo for you all tonight. We'll be seeing you all tomorrow on solo. It'll be me for softball between Bridgewater Raynham and the Dartmouth Indians. We'll see you all tomorrow. Bye.
Hello, I'm Magnolia McComish, the town's communications coordinator and the host of What's Cooking. Ever wondered what town employees cook up when they're off the clock?
Or you could add linguiça or chorizo, anything really that you have on hand.
Join us for What's Cooking in Town. Each episode features town employees whipping up delicious dishes while we dive into exciting town projects and initiatives.
One of the next things that we're looking to get online and try to give people an option to not have to go out of their way so much is dump stickers with the DPW.
We will stir up conversations on how these developments benefit our town. Tune in, cook along, and discover how we are building a better community one meal at a time.
You can also add it right before you're ready to serve it. It's going to be a little while before we can eat this. This is really hot.
Sundays at 10 a.m. or on Dartmouth Community Media's YouTube channel.